triple overtime, but they won it in the end, so it was okay. They definitely saw that Vodafone are not a team to be underestimated in that game. So I'm imagining we're probably, well, there we go. Yeah, probably seeing the split. That's what we thought from Artis's pick. And honestly, I'm incredibly excited to see this map between these two teams, because Split for G2, it's a strong map, as all of their maps are really.
Yep.
They have literally their lowest win rate is on Split, and it's 75%. That ain't too shabby. And their first loss was in the WePlay event. Their second in this event up against FPX. And other than that, they've just won it. Nothing but wins. When I look at the results as well, you notice a distinct lack of a Fish123 or a Liquid. I think this is the first time they've played against each other on this map.
Oh, really?
From what I can see, yeah.
Oh, we're in for a treat then. Wow, I'm actually surprised. They've never played Split.
No, it looks like historically they've been playing down, because when I see the other maps, you know, you're seeing the Fish123s come out, you're seeing the Liquids. There's nothing there.
You keep checking, me.
I'm honestly, I'm double checking all this sort of stuff.
I'm surprised. I thought they would at least play Split against each other once or twice. But this means that we could be in for a treat. Not only is this going to be an epic matchup of two of the best teams in the world, this is a best of one that will send one team to the lower bracket to face off against FPX and one team straight to the grand final. Remember, it's 6,000 euros for our first place team. G2 have been cleaning up all the money here in Europe, and they certainly don't want to slow down on that. They're picking up money, they're picking up titles, they're picking up a lot of respect from the other teams that are out there. So we will be getting into it. The versus goes up. This is what you guys have been waiting for. Tell your friends, tell your brother, tell your mum, tell your dad, shout it from the rooftops. The G2 versus Liquid is going off once again. The match that is the Titans of Europe. And it's certainly a match that always delivers. We saw that one-sided map go in favor of G2 on Ascent, but on Split, we expect to see a lot. I guess the benefit here to G2 though, Mitch, is that Split game they just had against FPX, they're warmed up to how they want to play it. Okay, very different teams, but still.
I'm pretty confident in saying they've not played. Tell you what,
Damn.
if someone has seen that game, because I can't find it on any of these websites.
Tweet us, let us know.
Tweet us, yeah. Let us know that they have. For now, I'm operating on the fact that they haven't, and either way, I want to see what these teams have got to offer, because both of them have played this map extensively. For G2, 8 times with a 75% win rate, and for Liquid, 19 times with a 79% win rate, so a little bit better.
Oh, Artis aggression. Link can't even push on it. There was mid-aggression being shown from G2, and Liquid, they weren't able to capitalize on a refrag. They weren't able to bounce back. That puts them down one player already. But Scream on his Reign on a map like Split is very scary. It doesn't matter if it gets close quarters. He'll just go into his invulnerable mode. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, this is so bad. He'll just fade up into it. They may push him, but headshots are delivered. Piff is getting away with murder. He's made a statement on the first round, and G2 absolutely destroyed Liquid in the pistol.
Falling apart at the seams in that round. Everything looked okay to start it, but that flank from Pith, it's not the first time that we've seen that happen. We saw it in the group stage, where he managed to just get those consistent sneaky plays up behind his opponents, but right here, that was something else. A gorgeous 4K, and as you said, Banks sending a message to Team Liquid that they cannot feel safe.
I thought he'd get 1 to 2, like, yeah, cool, and then they just turn around. No, they were so shocked, they were so stunned. And he played it perfectly. He just ran back a little bit and was like, yeah, cool, come at me, you know, I'll just run into it.
There's the opening. Mixwell should be cleaning this one up fairly quickly, right? Because you're only against the Pistols. For the majority of the time, teams aren't even going to invest at all, and even when they do, it's only Armor and Ghosts that you're up against. And you can see for now, Liquid continue their trend of second round force buying.
Mitch, if Twitch chat could feel my heart right now, it's pumping. I'm hyped, I'm ready. That was just the pistol round you want. Valorant is here, baby. Competitive European Valorant at its best. And we're only 1 round in.
Look at this sneaky play. Walking on through Liquid. Could be in a good position to split through Rope Room if they can manage to find that control in upper A. Really, that all comes down to Cryptix. No trades immediately, but David continues to aggress, getting taken down. Rope room is open. They can split through this now. They just have to break the wall. But Artis is going back. He's on his way over. That's the opportunity now for Cryptics to move forward and get that flank on.
Yep, and he's heard it as well. He knows what's going on, but he just walks into Artis' aim. The pistols are outclassing Liquid right now. A one-man advantage for G2. Scream's going to try and get all the way back around and maneuver into A. But he's going to have to hit some deadly shots. There's not much time in here either. They need to go, and they need to go now, Mitch. It needs to be fast. It needs to be a push. Scream found one. He needs to just rush in. He has to spike plant straight away. Artis will know it. They can start to push him. It's not going to be a problem at all. Oh, dear. This is not what they wanted. Defenders get the win, and Scream may pick up some kills, but that's all he's going to do. Oh! All right, that's just naughty with the Raider, but, you know, just Scream things. Why the hell not?
The extra little overheal helped him out in that fight quite a bit.
Yep.
And all those little tiny points of damage are going to help you over time when it comes down to forcing G2 onto an eco, but that is far behind in Liquid's mind because, of course, they did force buy in that previous round, and even with a few kills coming through, that's not good enough. They'll have to take the eco. Just a couple of sheriffs coming through, and the reality is for Liquid, this is a 3-0 deficit.
Now, Liquid love their double force-up rounds, don't they? To try and play something with it. Last one may have not worked out. David P straight in with the wall off.
Very early play considering you're against those pistols. But I think the smokes that went down just scared them that little bit. They didn't want to allow the pistols to get up close, so fairly good reaction. But I think GT are going to be, or sorry, Team Liquid are going to be happy to have baited out that wall very early on. And that's why they just don't engage in any further fights. They're just taking their time at this point.
Oh, Soulcast. All right. Can you do anything with it, though? It's going to be hard to grab the weapon, especially from this position, right? You may get the pick off, but trying to push into B is a bit of a risk. Just a little one.
We come into 45 seconds remaining. I know I said Team Liquid will take it slow. They'll look for the mistakes, but it's kind of time to get a move on eventually. Can't wait all round.
Put those skates on your feet. Roll on into the site.
Look how passive they are. They've only now... No, they're not even looking for top mid control yet. Eventually, 30 seconds left on the clock, they'll do so. And that's the benefit of knowing that the slows in the wall are already out of play.
Yeah, you can't be pushed out, right? So this could be the chance. Grenades go out from Artis there, but it's just going to keep them at bay for now. They can still get onto the site. David's on the turret mode. He's locking it down. Good for two. Eventually he goes out. Link's trying to land some headies as well, but the time's not on their side. Palatek comes in and he's making it work. They're not going to be able to plant the spike, and that's a nice job done from G2. They waited it out. They baited it out, and Liquid's slow play did not pay off.
At the same time, though, 3 kills for Liquid in a round where they just bought 3 sheriffs.
True.
And a few ghosts is pretty decent. They bait out the wall early. They play it slow. Eventually, the one frag goes their way. And obviously, with all those weapons removed, again, it's consistent economy damage. Really, I feel like this is the best case scenario when you are 3-0 down to have gotten so many kills along the way. Because even if you take a look at where the ults are for Liquid, they're quite close to being online on all of these players.
Do you remember that round that we saw from G2 where they just ended up with stupid amounts of cash because the Fun Plus Phoenix couldn't do anything to them? So yeah, at least they're avoiding that.
Spectre upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was a 4 Spectre flawless round
Just
upgrade.
over the edge. You might be able to get this. Oh, but Link! We talk about his razor sharp aim. We talk about his headshot percentage. And that's exactly what you want to see. Taking the Sage down already. Artis, how do you work in? Oh, you're not going to. You're just going to get the same treatment. Smack, bang, straight to your dome. Headshots landed, and this is more like it, Liquid. G2 are being caught off guard everywhere. Mixwell can't move, and he's all alone. This is a dominant round.
I'm so surprised that Link actually checked that as well.
Yeah.
Like, he couldn't see the wall coming out, I'm almost certain. They might have heard it
Maybe
and
seen
realized
it before.
he could have. The smoke went up. I'm presuming the guy close, the Omen, will have heard it go down, maybe, and thought he could be boosting over that. Maybe they had the intention when they threw that smoke as well. Like, it just seemed, I was the same as you. I was like, oh, he's above it. They're not going to expect this.
It, yeah?
And Link just pre-aims it. I'm like, what? Why are you expecting that?
You always expect it. You've got to always expect it.
It was really well handled by them. Regardless of how they got that information, they got it and they delivered on it. And now, as you said, Mixwell, he can't move, and he still hasn't. It's been a minute. He's just sat there in rope room hoping that nobody pushes him.
Poor Mixwell. Didn't even get a chance to get involved in this fight as his teammates all got smacked around.
Here. Weapon here.
Was an operator to be picked up.
Link's thinking about it. He's like, okay, does someone want to take this?
That's a Vandal, actually.
Oh, it's a Vandal, okay.
No here.
I think maybe they thought it could have been an operator because of the angle that was being held. Just marked it to check.
Mixwell cowers away to save his weapon as Liquid completely took down the aggression from G2. Now, it is only one round. I'm not going to get too overhyped by it, but it was a very, very clean round.
Would you wear those, Banks?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's your color.
Always. I'll wait for Riot to send me a pair, you know. The Valorant clothing line.
If it doesn't happen, I'd be surprised.
Everything's possible.
Oh, this is
Absolutely. That's a good side.
If you had to cosplay an agent, who would you cosplay?
Just trying to think if there are any larger agents. Maybe Breach. She's got a lot of like armor and stuff. I could.
Brimstone
Could pull
Banks
that
is
off.
fully me.
Yeah, I might go
rock
for a
that.
raise. I feel like I could pull it off. Orange is my color.
You'd look like a little orange Irish gnome running around.
Watch this! God damn it.
Please, someone.
Here comes the
Make
party.
a picture of a slightly large raise. It's very, very short. And put Mitch's face on it.
Someone's gonna do that now, Banks. I
That's why I
fear.
love Twitch chat.
I fear checking my inbox every day now.
This is good. That's what I want you to feel. You know what G2 are fearing? The same round as before. They're playing a lot more defensively now. Liquid are looking for an opening, and they will run this clock down. The wall goes up, but Eccles is going to put it straight back down. He says, yeah, okay, waste it, mate. No problem.
Yeah, the wall in such a passive position, it feels like definitely they're feeling a little bit scared. But I guess an info play with 40 seconds left, they wanted to find out if there was anyone around middle. They got that info. The smoke goes through. That's just going to try and bait them out. Look at this, just stacked up on A. But so too are G2 Esports. They're ready for this play.
Brilliant. Oh, right on the edge, Mixwell. Oh, they're locking it down, and Liquid get destroyed.
Oh.
It comes in with the ult as well, and they're not done yet. One more to find. It's only Eccles, and he's going to be destroyed by Mixwell in the end. What a play. G2 expected the timing, and they just stood strong. They put up a wall of bodies that just shot back at them.
How many times do we see that from Artis as well, that he gets his ult and he just goes, oh, it's a 5v2? Let me pop it. Let me just go for it.
Why not? I'm just going to use it. He loves it. He loves it.
4v2 and he just pops the ult straight away. Get that extra kill. Demotivate them even further. And I guess that's reasonable when you see one of those two is Scream. You're like, oh, let's just lock this one down. Let's just make sure we win.
At least it's not a jet ult. You know how much Scream thinks about that.
I don't think he's going to be all too thrilled about a rocket hitting him either, though.
Soulcash tried to get a bit of ground there. Has to just back away for now. David P does like to put up his wall quite early here. They're giving more mid control back to Liquid though early on. They're not going for the aggression this time. Things have changed just slightly. They allow Liquid to have this much room, but not tons of room. They're not playing at the FPX style, you know. It's a middle ground between that. And we didn't get to see much of G2 on the defensive side, remember? When they were going up against FPX.
I do feel like David B's popping that wall a little bit early pretty much every round at this point. It feels like he's not allowing any pressure to be applied.
Especially with how much Liquid run the clock down, they could just put it up to the point where, oh, now Liquid can't push. They just walk into a wall and have to break it down, you know?
Yeah, it's been like 30-second pushes at the earliest from Liquid the majority of the time. And here's the ult coming through from Scream. The rush, but he just falls straight away.
You will not kill my
Revive,
ally.
though. They want it. Liquid know they need to push back. They need to make a statement now. They don't want to be having to eco. Oh, Scream down again straight away. The ult came out. It did get one, but they still haven't found their way in. Now it's possible to get the spike down, but is it actually possible? Oh, this comes through. Eccles doesn't want to look anywhere. The ult's coming out from Mixwell, but this is huge. They're making it work. Panatek clutches it out, and still Liquid, despite their best efforts, they can't get a second round on the board. G2 are here, and they are here to play.
Mixwell just ulted and then dashed over to the bomb, got right on top of him and went, oh, you think you're planning now? That's cute.
Nah, you're not.
Killed him immediately. That was so good by Mixwell. Oof. Even if they lost the fights afterwards, it didn't matter. They'd already won the round because of that play.
Yeah. Big boy plays coming out.
I wish that was Scream that was planting the spike when that happened as well. It's like, oh, the Jet ults!
Instantly mutes his microphone, screams at the screen.
Microphone muted.
Okay.
5-1, and the G2 domination continues. Liquid now struggling to find an answer on their attacking side. In previous games, we've seen him on split. B has been the successful position for him. This time around, it almost was on the last round. But then G2 things just happen.
And David P's wall did actually manage to lock them down a little bit. He was thinking about putting it again, but couldn't get it done in time. That's not a great wall either because they can just jump over it.
Yep.
But that's the idea. Artis is going to hold it as they do. He's already wasted away his nade, so not able to use it as they're isolated in behind the wall. Instead, he just drops down to sight. He's going to operate this crossfire with his teammate. Oh, the wall even allows them to see down to sight from that boosted position. Scream able to find one. Artis falls, and with that, the spike should easily be planted.
Panatek, that's very careful though for you, mate.
Spike in the open.
All on his own. Teleports in. That's a huge teleport. They might not.
Check your corner.
Oh, no!
Oh! They've not done it.
How
the same mistake
did
again
he get
and again.
away with it?
They even saw him teleport.
Oh.
Where did they think he was teleporting to? Down on side, I guess, towards default, because that's what they were clearing.
Panatek, you just slapped Liquid in the face. Low health as well. Scream almost had him, 33 health. The quick teleport, the quick decision making, and Liquid made the wrong call. Oh, man.
Oh, my.
A little interesting fact for you, Mitch, as well, right? So you know Liquid have got Pasha. Yeah, Pasha biceps. I tweeted at Carlos earlier, you know, when we were in the gym, and I was like, well, you got Pasha biceps for Liquid. Come get, like, full body banks. Yeah, I'll be the G2 mascot.
Yeah?
I'd look good in a G2 shirt with these biceps.
Fair enough.
You see it? We can start a rivalry, man. I want to see the rivalries. I want to see some back and forth tweeting between these guys non-stop.
Could have, yeah, it would make for like a good MMA match, you and Pasha.
I'm so down.
I mean, look, if Mike Tyson can do it, you got a few years.
Careful, Piff. Nearly got swung on then.
I do love that cage up above and how it's just become the complete norm. Remember back in beta when we saw it being used for the first time? And we're like, oh my god, it's so nuts. And like no one knew how to do it, and then all of a sudden, one Reddit thread later.
Everyone knows.
Like you couldn't be a Cypher on B without it.
Mate, if you're playing Valorant as a public player, just go on Reddit to spot all the new stuff that's coming in now. That's not good for Panatek. Scream's got the magic aim. Mixwell now needs to keep his wits about him. At what point do we start to get really scared for Liquid? Don't say now.
About a round ago.
Oh, gosh.
No, really.
This could be it, though. This is more like it. The entries are coming in. They rely on Scream and Link so much with this. For David Pease. And actually a nice spot. The slow will stop getting too close to him. He's still getting it done. He heals himself up. It's still game on. There's still huge potential with it.
This is massive. The res as well. It's a 3 versus 1. David P's healed. And what can you do? Spot it out. Running towards the back corner. And it doesn't look like he has any way into this one. They're just holding for the fight. They could be defusing. Oh, now he knows that it's at least halfway done at most. And he's going to just bait it out. He's believing they're not going to stick it fully. Panatek just baits it. And now they're sticking it. The swing has to come through. Panatek checks his left. But it doesn't even matter that Eccles got the kill. Because the defuse comes through. And a massive round from David P.
It was looking again like a Liquid round. How many of them have we seen? But it then just swings in G2's favor. They play it smart. They make the right calls. And Liquid, this is just looking painful for them.
The sad thing or the scary thing about this is that typically G2 aren't that much worse on their attacking side either. They deliver a good amount of rounds. And I really feel, what is it, 56% whenever they start here. It was only twice versus, one of them was versus Party Pirates, the other versus Prodigy.
Okay.
Although the Party Pirates one wasn't too good. It was 2 rounds total. But considering the form they're on at the moment, they're looking damn strong, Artis. He didn't catch that info, but now he's seen them. Nade going to go through to stop them pushing forward. And actually, oh, that was so close to being a kill.
Yeah. That'll back him away. Mixon needs to be so careful. Shoots up on the ropes. Oh, get back up! Ah! Oh, I'm worried for him. That was awkward.
He even has updraft as well, right? He could have just shot up, but he's like just looking at the rope, like, how do I get on?
He's doing the Mission Impossible. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Link 1 for 1 at least. Scream needs to make some magic happen, and he does. He stops getting ulted. Oh no, the judge Piff is there, ready and waiting. Every time you think Liquid can pull themselves into a round, G2 just come in and slap him in the face.
Oh, Solkas, great play. Now he could be either side, in towards the side itself. Goes for the right side, boom, bot, but it doesn't matter. Pith gets damaged up by it in the end, right, significantly. The TP even forced out as well, burning up another ultimate, and Cryptix is still moving towards B. They know at this point that Boombot landed, right, so Pith is low. There's no Sage in play to get that heal. The problem is, Patatek after the TP is just sat here waiting. And look, his crosshair's on the head. Cryptix shows an angle, loses a face, and 8-1.
Perfect crosshair placement. That's what it's about, Patatek. That is what it's all about.
It's just getting to the point of insanity, really, Banks, isn't it?
I really thought this was a tournament where we might see teams like compete with G2, and then clearly, just David P needed a few days, given what everything went down with him, and then he said it right. He's going to win this tournament for his father. Full respect to that, full respect to him. And he's been playing really good in all the games we've seen so far. And right now, it looks like G2 are not slowing down. They're getting better and better.
So commendable, honestly. The fact that David P's been able to deliver all these great performances. And the funny thing is, right, he's bottom of the scoreboard right now, but this was something we pointed out in the previous G2 game, that obviously, even though David P had like 1 kill coming into round 6 or 7, David P was still able to get them ahead in so many rounds. But really the highlight so far has to be Mixwell. We mentioned he's been having a rough tournament and definitely not having a rough map.
And this is a Team Liquid timeout. And if I'm Sliggy right now, I'm saying, boys, play as we practiced. It's only G2. Don't let them get in your head. Don't let them get away with what they're doing. You're getting so close on rounds. There's clutch potential in here. And you guys have the skills to pay the bills. But right now, G2 is just rolling on all of the cash. It's like they've robbed the bank. And they've just, you know when you see it? They're just lying on the bed full of cash and going,
oh,
woo!
Yeah. You know, for Cryptix as well, just take a look. He's got 1 kill. That was the judge play as well. No. So down to rifles, he's not feeling it. And then if you think about him being the solo B player, when they swap over halves, and he's not, like, even just where the mentality should be at, that's going to be really rough for them. Scream, losing the opening duel as well, puts Team Liquid behind. That doesn't happen all too often.
Scream's normally the point man to make... They're just making it look easy. They're getting so confident. There's more of a chance now in this round, though. Both Soulcast and Link getting kills. Soulcast has now got the B site under control. Upgrades himself to a Vandal. Now, how does he want to play it from here? Because his teammates have still got to get over to him. That's the problem. The Boombot goes on a bit of a scouting mission, and Mixwell will just avoid it. He doesn't even have to worry. He's heard the spike plant go down. He knows what's going to be happening. And now it's a retake. 3 versus 3. There is a revive up, though, for Team Liquid.
You will not
oh, and it's coming in. Eccles, he's back up in the fray. Oh, straight away the paranoia goes down. Cryptix gonna have to try and play off the side of it. Mixwell jumps on in. Oh, that's not ideal at all. Soulcast played at his own game, but it's still on for Team Liquid. It's a 1v1, and Link, he doesn't miss them. Headshots dealt once again. And finally, a second round here after the timeout, coming in off a force buy for Team Liquid. That's the most impressive thing.
Really, though, do we think that's repeatable? Because Link had to save that round. If he doesn't find a 3K, win all those duels, considering the whiff we saw from Solkas, a player we normally rely on so heavily to deliver on the Team Liquid side. In fact, he's one of the highest rated players in this tournament, on this team definitely as well, alongside Link and Scream. I don't know. It doesn't fill me with faith. We saw a lot of cracks still. At least the ults are definitely in their favor. 2 rounds left. They're going to have to use them eventually. And usually, you know, when Scream's popping this one up, when he's coming through, he can do so much
no! Soulcast up in the air. He strikes with one. Piff just saw it and went, there's not enough room for me to run. Patatech though, Mixwell, he's ulted himself and he's getting it done with the knives. He gets 3. How much more are they going to let him get? He's got a judge in his hand as well. Eccles has got to be careful now though. There's 2 players close by in the site. Mixwell, a little bit low on health. This could be problematic for him. Patatech trying to play off this. Oh, it's the bait out. Oh, he goes into spam it. Now he's got to be careful he doesn't get spammed. They're just patiently waiting to explode onto the site. Straight off trading going in. Mixwell still up in it. His smoke goes down himself. Now it's all on Link to clutch it out once again. This round was almost looking like a sure thing for Liquid, but it can never be a sure thing when you're up against G2. David P comes in at the end. He upgrades himself as well, and a 9th round is on the board as it looks like G2 want to run on forward with a 10-2 scoreline, and Liquid, they need to find some answers, and they need to do it now, because if they can get at least the last round, okay, 3 rounds, you get pistol, starts to look a little bit better. But at the moment, Mitch, I'm just seeing G2 all the way. Mixwell throwing those knife outs like it's nothing.
He also lit Eccles down to 1 health, which is why he could finish him off so easily with the judge afterwards. I mean, you know exactly what Scream's shouting as soon as he got that 3K. Yep. That's not going to be a motivating factor. Oh, man, that is just, it's heartbreaking. It really is. G2 9-2, 1 round left, and Liquid, as you said, Banks, they need this and the pistol in the next one.
Oh, if Patatech can get away with that, that's just unacceptable. Eccles going to try and ult his way to success. Oh, he's being looked for, so he cancels it out. He doesn't want to take the risk. Mixwell, though, now has good information. This is scary if you're Eccles. You just can't move.
He sees the barrel.
He doesn't know. Eccles has no idea. Oh, it comes out. Smoke goes down. Smart decision being made.
It's the man advantage for G2. They don't need to overextend into any of these fights.
True.
If Patatech sees one, he can paranoia all of them from that angle. Just going to re-smoke it for now. A little bit shallow, actually. So that's going to allow them to get a little bit of presence, swing out further before he'd spot them. Also means, I guess, he can hold a bit of a pixel. But once they're spotted, paranoia through, and that's where things could just completely fall apart.
Cryptics, though. This is a nice one. That's the healer taken out. David P.
He's caused the rotates. Look, they've completely left the B site.
Right on the timing. Oh, no. The stair hit, though. Straight up into it, but Eccles, he'll win that duel for now. This could be the round that Liquid needed. 3v4. They're going to run into the site. The time was running down, but they've managed to get it done.
They found my wire.
Piff off the edge. He knows all of his traps have been taken out of the equation for now. Nicely done by Link. This is so much better. Nothing to expend up into this. Where was this Liquid a few rounds ago, though? It's taken a while for them to get here. And Piff, well, you've got no hope in this one, buddy, I'll be honest.
Yeah. 1v4. Ults in play. Rez as well. Don't think this is ever going to go his way, and Cryptic shuts that one down. There we go. A 3rd round for Team Liquid. They're finally here to play. But Banks, if this pistol round doesn't go their way, oh, we are in trouble.
We need to see the best Liquid we have ever seen right now on this in particular round, Mitch. Look at Mixwell up there. He's having the game of his life. Probably the best game he's had this tournament.
For a half, anyways. Definitely 17 kills. He was close to going out of this tournament. This map will definitely save him, but he was close to finishing this tournament as without being the top-rated Spanish player. He is slightly above Fatino. But one worse game, one bad game, and he would be...
From group stage, though, was Fatino ahead of him, if you just include group stage games?
I think he might have beaten him with the last game of groups just about. Hold on.
Well, the pistol round is fully up and running. G2 are just barreling forward. Some damage always put towards Link. Scream tapping away. He's trying to get involved. He wants to stay in the fight, and this is exactly what Liquid needed. A confident start. The spike is on the floor. Scream's playing around it. He's got Cryptics to back him up. And now it's all on Padatek. And he's going to get slapped because he's just running straight into more Liquid players. He does take down Scream, but he's still got 4 more to find. Liquid did a great job in being ready for this. And this is it, right? G2 isn't like some explosive tactic. It's just a push into the site. Full confidence we're going to outdo you. But Liquid, they held strong, at least for this one.
Shadows traveling.
Puts out the Shadow Orb, wants to try and be a nuisance, but more, let's just get a shoot for it. Why not, right? He's completely outnumbered. As soon as he pushes forward, he just wants to try and avoid the shot. He gets tagged. So unlucky. Doesn't even get to push anywhere near it. But a 4th round now for Liquid. A long way to go. A really long road. But a positive start. Something they can be proud of.
They've got the engine started, that's for sure. Group stage finished out, right? Mixwell.
Yep.
0.6 average combat score above Fatino. 0.6. That's unfortunate. Like, Fatino, if he gets one more kill throughout group stage, he could say he was the highest rated Spanish player. And he kind of deserved it because, man, he was so
really
flashy,
good.
so
Played
good.
really good.
Yeah, 9-4 for Team Liquid. As you said, they're miles behind. They cannot lose to this kind of a buy.
No.
Just pistols. They've already allowed Mixwell to dash across mid and get close, but he can't really afford to push up Ray. None of those ranged angles with a shorty. He was hoping someone to be towards the top of the ropes, but as they're not, now really it's just about trying to get over to his site, get that spike planted, and it doesn't look like that's going to be allowed.
Not anytime soon when Scream's there doing this. Some distance is also up there for Artis. It's just not going to work out. Liquid are picking them apart. Only 2 more players to find, and Mixwell's just hoping he can make this shorty work. Oh, Piff. Oh. Eccles even just went, what? Like, you know the delayed reaction of, how are you there?
Yeah. Just complete confusion.
It happens to the best of us.
It does indeed. For Pith at the moment, you really see any way back in? A Ghost, 100 HP at least. Got his camera back in the sec after retrieving it. Only problem really is that there's 2 players sat on the spike with a crossfire. And getting out of it at that point is, you know, kind of difficult. I wonder what you do really. If you go in, at least you get an ult charge on a Cypher attacking side. It could be alright. But you risk giving away something better, especially when you're coming up against a Sage and a Raze. Possibly just try and get a kill if they do extend into you. No, he's going to push forward. He's going into a crossfire. I think this one works out in his favor. No, indeed it does not. 5 for Liquid. They managed to get it done, but here's the difference, Banks. G2 don't go in for that 2nd round force buy.
Yeah, so now they're on the full buy. Liquid should hopefully upgrade majority of their weapons because, like, I don't want to be challenging G2 with Spectres and stuff, you know?
It looks like they're making the decision to keep... Well, I mean, look, 2 Bulldogs, it's not exactly... They're not exactly weak weapons necessarily.
No, I'll take the Bulldogs. I don't want
Yeah.
Cryptic still on the Spectre. Okay.
Yeah, he's not having the best of games anyways, so giving him a Spectre, I suppose at least it dictates his playstyle in a way, but at least it's not too much of an investment. He's just going to play around his utility on B and play for the rotates.
Ooh.
Very early aggression by Liquid. It works out well.
Back and forth, but it's Liquid that come out on top for now. G2 just going to back away. They don't want to sit there for too long. Oh, nicely done by Mixwell, though. Soulcast's head left on the floor. Oh, Link, the time is not going to work out for him too well here. Just going to allow a player to sneak behind him. The Reyna ult pop, Scream. He's not taking any risks. Oh, good use of the camera as well, just to check it. Link's heard everything that's going on as well. But will he be able to deal with it? He needs to be good for at least 1 here. Oh, they're just gonna, they're backing away? Oh, this is next level.
And Link doesn't really know what to do
No,
at
he
this
doesn't
point.
know.
The smoke's gone down. He could be flanked out. But no, they're just backing off and looking for control towards upper B. Scream losing that fight somehow. And a 3-man push now towards the site. The wall blocks them off. The slow as well, as they'd completely left this site for the A play, with the exception of Scream holding upper. That's going to be the plans. And now a man advantage for G2 with weapons retrieved easily.
Such a good fake coming out there for G2. They rolled in, made Link think that it was going to be A, probably called it over. And now you got a Spectre on Cryptix, and Mixwell just turns around like, yes, good luck. Wall goes up. This could give him the opportunity. Trying to spray it out. He actually gets the kill onto Mixwell. Throws down the cage. They're getting the defuse on go. He's got to come and help his teammates out, though. They force him off it for now. Nicely done. But that's all he's going to get for now. Link saves the day once again. He's clutching it out. He gets the defuse. And we're going to see a 6th round go in favor of Team Liquid. But my, oh my, that was close.
It was so close. And for Liquid, I think they're going to be a little bit disturbed by the round going that way. Realistically, if you're them, you want to be able to take them as convincingly as possible so that it seems viable, even in your own head, to repeat it. Those opening duels also went their way, right? They got the early advantages and then got picked apart. The fact that Scream lost that duel after having 2 entries into it.
And his ult popped.
Everything going wrong. But they just about clutch it back out. Can they do it again? Well, now they're versus Pistol, so I really hope so.
Yeah, this should be the rounds which are must win with minimal casualties for Liquid, right? To stand strong in this, even if they did have to drop another round. Scream shot. That's what you love to see, isn't it? He hears them pushing forward. He's got an idea of what's going on. He's just ready for it. Cryptix there as well. And this is the Cryptix he wanted to see. He was missing in the first half, but he's back large and in charge for now. Gets some extra information for himself as well. Soulcast's going to be checking to make sure someone's not trying to push through. No, fast. Sneaks. Going to work out at that distance. Soulcast's going to heady you all day long.
Pith. Oh, has he just been spotted? I think the corner of his cap might have given him away because he couldn't see Scream. And 9-7 we go. Team Liquid now in a position where it is definitely doable. They're on the defense. They've got that advantage. We were talking about it earlier on and saying that typically, you know, when it comes to Liquid, they're going to be winning the majority of the rounds over on that defensive side, 63%. They've only started here 3 times, and those stats are a little bit skewed because of the 11-1/2 versus Vodafone Giants.
Just a tad, you know, just a tad.
And actually, then the other team, I think, was Prodigy, obviously being one of the mixed teams.
Yep.
Party Pirates was 7-5, so that was a reasonable score.
Oh, Scream gets aggressive, though, and it doesn't work out. They were ready and waiting for him. Now Eccles is going to have to come up. Oh, no. He would have to come up huge there with the judge's positions known. Mixwell with the ult as well. Oh, it's huge. Mixwell, he's hungry for more. He's not finished yet. Straight onto Link as well. He might still go in to finish him. Tries to spam him up through the wall. Can't make it work, but his teammates are there to back him up. Link is somehow surviving, but Mixwell finishes him off. It's a 4K, and it's a dream 4K off the back of the ult. Mixwell makes it look so easy.
Oh my God, Banks. That one's just gotten every muscle in my body tight. That was just ridiculous. I don't know how he's managed to do that. Dashing through, taking out the first, up into heaven, wastes away the ultimate as well. Like, can you imagine that? If you're coming in as Soulcast, you're like, all right, I'm going to pop my ult. I'm going to win us this round. I'll pull it back, but I'm dead. He's just wrecked me. And even the 4K on the spray through the wood. Max, you said earlier, I think this is the best game Mixwell's had in a long time.
Yeah,
I'm with you on that one.
I think he just needed to be challenged, right? He needed some motivation as he's just walked up and done Eccles like that. Mixwell, you're having a laugh, son.
I love that. Bye. Soulcast, good trade back. Patatek overcommitting to the spray through the smoke a little bit. Doesn't even light Soulcast for a point of damage. That's a nice little advantage to play with. Tidy, 10-7. Liquid want to come back into this one. The sad thing for them is they don't have a res. David P. Oh, it's being spammed. It doesn't pull him off, though. He manages to get that orb, and now he's got his ult up.
Yeah, they're going to bring him back into this, aren't they? They're going to make this a 5v4. Oh, this has been holding the line for quite some time. Straight in with a revive. Now, what can Scream do from here? Link's fallen. Scream's going to get pushed. Oh, no! He missed it. Now he's spammed up. Oh, that's so unlucky. It was great trigger discipline, but it just did not pay off in the way he wanted. Cryptix is coming in to try and save the day, but they're still at a disadvantage. Oh, Soulcast running down the stairs. You may trip and you fall, but you smack David in the head.
What the hell have I just witnessed? Scream just staring at a man, bunny hopping past him, and then getting the worst timing on the smoke dissipating. Oh, he's got to be kicking himself.
This is huge position from Patatek, though. They're not even looking for it.
Cover going out.
Smoke through as well, going to keep them back.
He has no idea.
There's a little
They
shower.
have no idea. This is huge. Oh, and he's got such a good position to fight from. It's right out in the open. They're checking all the corners. Oh! Oh! Hello!
Oh, he needs to get this quickly, and he doesn't manage
It's
it.
huge! Soulcast 2 headshots! What on earth? That was a round that should have been G2's. They were in the perfect position, primed for the round. Soulcast, you just saved the day, you absolute beauty.
I feel like, right, hear me out on this one. Instead of TPing in their face, you go backside. They're then going to have to go commit to
Yeah.
checking that, and your teammate can swing and take down the diffuser. In the face, I felt was like almost a bit of disrespect. You're just going to get down there going, ooh. It's like a horror game appear in front of them.
He's
That was
gonna be
beautiful.
He missed all those taps. He had 6 bullets to tap at him and could not hit one while Soulcast just popped him.
That's such a big mistake by G2. Just massive amounts of overconfidence coming into that play, it seemed like. And now they're definitely going to struggle for it, or suffer for it. 10-8. Team Liquid back
They
with a
want
shot.
this. They want this, Mitch. Liquid are not giving up. They're not backing down. And the great thing here, right, we're seeing from G2, yeah, it's Mixwell doing work. Yeah, okay. Occasionally we're seeing the rest of the players try and come alive. But when it's Liquid, Cryptix has just had moments, even when he was having a bad game. Soulcast has popped off. Scream can just dominate at times. Like, this is where Liquid are scary, when they get this hunger and they start pushing for it.
It's a wild Hail Mary play that works out for Liquid on the stick. And that's got to put morale miles high, because they know they
Yeah.
should have lost that one. It was a 2v1 peak, essentially. And it fell apart. They got in each other's way as well. And now here we go. 45 seconds remaining. It looks like G2 taking a page out of Liquid's book. Moving in late, but Mixwell gets picked off. Look at this wide angle by Soulcast. You never predicted, but he loses it. Artis with a double completely opens up the site with Echoes falling. Now a chance to get down there and plans. The remaining defense are miles away, and Patatek was lurking towards A, picking off another, and it looks like Link's got to save it. Again, it would have to be a huge play. The 2v3, very little info on where these players are at this stage as time ticks on. The camera close left, watching for them. The wall to allow the swing through. But
G2 are the bounce back team. Nicely
So
done by Piff. Oh, straight onto it. No problems at all.
nothing that could be done about that. The paranoia was fantastic, swinging on in. David P playing it around the site. Had the support, had the players to help him, or was able to help the players down below. And 11-8 for G2. This is huge. Pith, I thought it was a little over-aggressive to run in for that, but obviously the paranoia was on the way, so it made sense. I don't think he was quite expecting the wide swing from Link, but it didn't matter.
Mitch, when these two teams play each other, no matter what, we get epic moments. I am buzzing right now. This is just crazy. Like, it looks like Liquid are going to try and come back into it, and then G2 just clap them back.
You know what? This team used to play under Team Mixwell, right? I kind of understand why. It's like 24 kills. When his ult gets online, that's when things get scary, and he's just 2 away from it at the moment. Boombot on through, gives away a player's position. Mixwell doesn't quite feel the spam on it, knows that guy's going back.
Playing around with the boombox. Oh! Oh! Eccles, you are so unlucky! Patatek just bangs him through the wall, and Piff just come through with one on to Scream. What is going on? Wall hack's activated. They're just doing it. Piff's still trying to hang in there. He's worried the push is going to come in, but there we go. It's a lineup. Link's managed to get 2 with it. What on it? Where?
With a judge as well. What is that from Link?
We need 6 observers in the server because you can't catch all this action. It's all popping off at one time. It's now in a 2 versus 2. G2's got Mixwell up, but he's not near his teammate just yet. This is the problem.
Oh, this is huge,
Oh.
though. Spike planted on A. There's no way they expect Mixwell to be here, but they're not coming through mid. Instead, it's a full rotate on spawn. David P watching for upper. Mixwell's going to come through. They have that map control locked down, but they'll still be worried about the play through defender spawn. That's where one of the big problems comes from, because this is going to be the last angle they suspect, but it's being checked, and they didn't even manage to see him. I don't know if G2 will have spotted that. If David P saw them, this round should be all but over. As they run down again, it's the open plant, and surely the Hail Mary doesn't work again, Banks. It can't. Not this time. Not with David P swinging
Wow.
down below.
Wow. Oh, wow. Huge play from G2 here. They managed to get it done, but it's just scary as hell every time. You can't be confident with it. But now Liquid, they don't have the full buy that they'd want here. There was, look at this. Patatek's just like, oh, I'm just going to dink the wall, you know, and Eccles just, pardon, what? What happened? And then this, like, what is going on?
I mean, he must have stepped. He must have done something.
Yeah, there
There's
must
no
have been
way.
a sound cue, because you don't just pop that for no reason.
You don't just walk into the cage, into your own cage like that, and
Casually.
just spam right side.
Now look how many ults are up for Liquid. Are they just going to have to pop them all and hope for the best?
I think if they lose the opening duel, like pretty much if G2 win the opening duel, Liquid commit everything they can to try and pull back into it. And then G2 are ahead in the next round because they'll have their ultimates to play around. And they're already getting pretty close. I mentioned Mixwell, he's only now 1 away. If he can find an ult charge, this round could just take Spiral immediately. We've seen him performing with massive style. And look at the tags that have come through. Scream is now like 10 HP. Again, through the wall or through the smoke at least.
I'm
Patatek, he's screwed.
Cover going out.
This is a Judge right up close, ready for him. Scream falls, but if they go in towards the B side, oh, they've backed off.
It's all going to come down to some very small differences here. Eccles, how do you want to try and use this? He's thinking about it. He's committing to it. He's checking around him. It's clear for now. He's got away with it, but is it going to change the game? Is it going to fix things for him here?
Fire in the hole!
Oh, the Raze ult is popped. Nothing happens, though.
Blinding.
That blind
Oh,
down
he's
too
right
late.
behind him. He could make this work. Link, he's coming in huge. Eccles has found Mixwell as well. They've got the information. But can they play off it? We're now in a 2 versus 2. Eccles and Cryptics against David P and Piff. The two unlikely heroes for G2 might be able to get it done here and now. David P right on the edge of it. Oh, he gets some shots spammed in, but he wide swings. They're ready for him. They go in as a team. They're going together. They shut it down and they stay alive. Liquid are still in it. Oh my lord, this round.
Smart TP by Eccles going
Yeah.
over towards upper. He got himself in a good position. Paranoia down a little bit too late, but it caught the final player, so they couldn't return fire. And even with the slow, he was able to just run through and find that. And there you actually see one of the issues, right? If G2 had a Brimstone, they could have smoked upper as well, but because they didn't, they had to commit elsewhere. They didn't have their 3 smokes.
You sound like Angel now. If they had a Brimstone, we could have done this.
But it is definitely the viability of that agent is to be questioned. Like, Omen's definitely powerful.
The
He
boost.
Out of my way!
Here we go. Double up drafts. He's looking for someone, a victim anywhere, but they're playing passive. They knew what they were up against.
Yeah, they don't want to take that risk against Mixwell, right?
He has no up drafts left. Remember, a lot of the plays
Yep.
he's been making have been because of those.
But
And
he's
now his
pushing-
dash is gone.
He's committed a lot to this. And it's not paid off thus far. Scream has his ult. As does Link. Arguably slightly even on the ults when it comes to this, right? Eccles puts us down, trying to go for the paranoia. Just in the right time as well. Patatek, though, could come up huge just in the nick of time. They've got some good crossfire going, though. It's only working out in 1-for-1 trades as Eccles backs away. Oh, the revive comes in, but it's not going to be coming in for long. Patatek.
This is huge because now Mixwell's back up and he's got his knives to play around. That's a massive ultimate to have back in the game. But Link hasn't been checked. He's good for a kill. But now when Mixwell pulls those knives out, things get dangerous. Link's going to come on through and look for the angle from the side. He knows the spike is down and they have to go for it. Knows exactly where they are, but Piff in with 1 and Mixwell to finish it off from behind. 13-9. G2 remain undefeated at this stage, taking down Liquid and putting them to the lower bracket.
G2 go forward to the best of 3 grand finals. They will be waiting to face off against either Team Liquid or FPX.